Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another team video preview. This time it's our original champion George and Pack Attack, a team that's fighting out of the East Division, and a really interesting breakdown when I look at George here. So basically, let's get into it. The win-loss record for each week. Week 1, playing a divisional rival, it's Steven and US1. Loss here for Pack Attack. Steven's wide receivers are better. I think that's going to be the difference. Again, we know George never drafted till late in the draft, and there's a lot of reasons for that, and we'll get into that afterwards. Week 2, taking on the Commission Stars. I think this is going to be easy one to predict. The loss there for George. Obviously, looking at the lineup, the Commission's players are mostly playing at home, which is usually good for their offense and their point production. Week 3, taking on Mike in the CDC. Another loss here for George. Mike has Eddie Lacy. I think Eddie Lacy, a bold prediction, is going to be close to being rushing champion this year, just looking at the way he's looking in the preseason. Week 4, taking on Robert and Templars. Another loss here for George. His best player is on the bye, and his best player is Jordy Nelson. So that would mean opening up the season 0-4 for George. Taking on Brandon and Chronic Master Deflator in Week 5. Will he get his first W? No, he won't. It's going to be a loss. Pack Attack's lineup is just considerably weaker than Brandon's, and that's going to be the difference. Week 6, taking on Brian and the 12th Man. Does he get the W here? No, he doesn't. It's going to be another loss for George. Looking at the lineup, the 12th Man has his only defensive team on the bye, the Vikings, but kind of gets lucky here playing George Week 6, and might mean he only needs one defense all year, but another tough loss for George. Week 7, taking on Gwevin and Monsters of the Midway, and another loss for George. It's basically, Monsters has way better depth all the way down the lineup, and that's going to cost George in the end. Week 8, taking on Ron and Steel Curtain. Look at that, first W for George. This is an interesting one. It's going to be both teams playing their backup quarterbacks. So George is going to have Mark Sanchez. Ron's going to have Brock Osweiler. So two thrilling quarterbacks to watch in that one. But I see George getting a W in that one, his first W. So 1-7 through 8. Week 9, taking on Mark and Luck Commander. And look at that, 2 straight wins for George. I think Eli Manning's going to carry his team to victory in this one. Bring George a second straight win and maybe a good finish here to the season. Let's find out. So week 10, taking on Krista and Storm. Loss here for George. Krista has better matchups, better team, and it's going to translate into another loss for George. Week 11, taking on Danny and Alright. A loss here for George. Danny has the running back depth to carry him to victory as opposed to George. George doesn't have much. He's got Mark Ingram. Ronnie Hillman fighting for a spot. Same with West. So in this one, I just see Alright's finding a way to win. And then week 12, ending the season off with a divisional battle against Sean and Dix. It's going to be a loss. So basically, we said it was a good, successful year for Sean after week 12. For George, it's not a successful year. Heading into the flex game, I see a 2-10 record for George. He's going to be in big trouble to fight for that bottom 3 and fall to tier 2. Looking back, and this is a note to all the new teams. George went from original champion in year 1, and then in year 2, he was struggling a bit. He did miss the draft in year 2, I believe. And I know he admittedly tried to get on, and it cost him. But that being said, he traded a lot of his draft picks away to try to get better last year. He didn't get better. And because of not having those draft picks, obviously looking like it's, almost a full rebuild now for him. But just a note to the new teams, right? I mean, if you try to trade some of your good players away for draft picks to survive, you might not survive, and you're going to end up bottom 3 anyway. And I mean, if you trade those draft picks away to try to get better